We waited a century for this to happen. I thought this day would never get here. This has been eagerly anticipated. Well, this is a pre-sale, as I said. Every one of these coins, there's so much history here, guys. Again, these have yet.
Talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included for just $29.99 and save up to 60%. Call 855-439-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited, all are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. FINXFLO bills itself as the world's first hybrid liquidity aggregator. And with me is Jeff Reed, the sales director of the Americas. And Jeff, just give me an overview. Because this is kind of the new company, super innovative, and I talked about hybrid liquidity aggregator. What does that mean for people?
Yeah, so FINXFLO is essentially the central marketplace for crypto trading. It's a platform that was built by traders for traders. We focus on pricing and liquidity. That's the biggest areas that are missing within the market. Okay. There's a fragmentation with pricing and liquidity, and we solve that problem.
So if I want to buy Bitcoin, I can go to you and you'll search for the best price, or the lowest price, I guess, if I'm buying, and fill that order that.
That's exactly right. We work with 35 different exchangers and market makers, and essentially what we do is we'll go out and our smart order router will essentially find the best price through all of those exchanges. If you come in and buy, say 10 Bitcoin, that trade will get executed within a few seconds, and it could be executed on multiple different exchanges.
Interesting.
So you can sort of VWAP and TWAP in to make sure that you get the best price.
Okay. What is your role with FINXFLO?
Yes, my role with FINXFLO, I run institutional sales for the Americas, managing all aspects of the pipeline, from business development to sales, to building relationships with institutional clients, as well as driving growth.
So the institutional stuff is getting really interesting because we're seeing more of that in crypto over the past year or so. What are you seeing? You're kind of on the ground floor there.
Yeah, we're seeing at FINXFLO, we're seeing large institutional demand, which has been increasing in just the 4 months that I've been here at FINXFLO. Yes. Large institutions are coming in, they're attracted to the returns, they're looking for protection against inflation, they're looking for store of value, and they really need a trading platform that they can trade with confidence knowing that they'll have liquidity in periods of high market volatility. Because as we've seen in the past, there's been times when certain exchanges have gone down, and these guys have to be able to trade. They have to be able to manage their risk, and with our platform, they can do that.
Right, and I'm sure they're buying large amounts too, where they would a small difference in price would make a big difference for them.
Yeah, that's definitely true. A lot of these institutions, what they do is they have been starting slow in terms where they'll allocate a small percentage of their total AUM, but then that is continuing to build over time as they gain more confidence with the operational aspects and the custody aspects.
So I just want to get your take on the whole industry. I mean, it's been a fascinating year and a half for crypto, up and down, and now up record highs. Today it's October 20th. Who knows, where we'll be in a week. But what do you I mean, have we crossed a milestone? Is it becoming more mainstream? What do you think? Oh,
without a doubt, it's Bitcoin and digital assets as a market has seeing huge increases in adoption. Bitcoin specifically, we've seen a big increase in demand that started towards the end of last year. It's been volatile, it's been going up and down, but that is something that I consider to be healthy for the market. You don't want to be in a situation where the market just keeps going up and up. These pullbacks are a good way to, kind of take risk out of the market, and then we establish a new floor, and then we rally on the upside.
Yeah. So how important is institutional investors to FINXFLO?
Yeah, so here at FINXFLO, we do cater to both retail and institutional accounts, but the institutional guys, they are coming in with more capital that is continuing to drive, the bullish conviction in the marketplace. And as, these flows continue, here at FINXFLO, we're focused on making sure that we provide, top of book best execution and liquidity. That's what these guys need. Institutional investors are a big part of our strategic growth plan.
So Jeff, what are your plans for institutional users for the rest of this year?
Yeah, so here at FINXFLO, our plan is to be the #1 crypto trading platform. We are launching our derivatives product for CFDs, futures, and options. We also will be rolling out a crypto prime brokerage product sometime in 2022. Our FXF token is now live for staking, and it's available to trade directly on our trading platform. And we expect to see huge increases in the amount of trading volumes on our platform. Once we integrate all of our liquidity providers into our APIs, we'll have over $1 billion in liquidity. And just wanted to reinforce again that we're the central marketplace for crypto trading. Clients can come to FINXFLO and trade with confidence, knowing that they'll have liquidity during periods of high market volatility. Okay,
well, thank you so much, Jeff, for coming in and explaining that side of FINXFLO. It's very interesting.
My pleasure. Thanks. Great to be here. Thank you.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
PetVivo is a biomedical device company that focuses on treatments for animals, especially horses and dogs. And with me is John Lai, the CEO, with an update on what you've been working on lately. It looks like you've been very busy. You've got 17 products in the pipeline for animals, but there's also some human products you're working on too.
Yeah, we're very excited. Remember, we started off on the human side with the funding from NIH and DOD. But we decided to go animals once we got the designation as a human medical device, so we didn't have to do any regulatory work. So on the human side, we have some very interesting products that we feel will really help people as we launch these products into the marketplace.
And you will tell us about those when you're ready, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, actually, there is public information on it.
Well, tell me about it, what you can.
So we developed a vascular shunt that has like zero clotting. And these are artificial shunts for the soldier in the battlefield that steps on a mine, the artery gets severed. They're putting artificial shunts, and generally 30% of artificial shunts will clot. In our clinicals, we showed zero clotting.
Interesting.
And we were able to extend the time period that shunts usually stay in the body. It's very short term to get you to the hospital. We did with the pig studies, we did over a week. of keeping the shunt in without clotting. So that's a pretty dramatic breakthrough, so we're excited about that. And then the other one is drug-diluting stents. Our stents does not create thrombosis after the drug is done diluting the 30-day period, because that was one of the major problems that other drug-diluting stents have had. So we're excited to potentially down the road launch those products, and most likely we'll partner with human device companies.
Okay, and of course your specialty, horses and dogs. Anything new with that?
Yes, so we went to the veterinary conference, Western Veterinary Conference in Vegas, had pretty good reception, and we're launching within 6 months a feline product for your cat. So we'll be helping a lot of elderly cats, because cats,
breaking news.
Yeah,
cats are going to be, well, we can't ignore the cats.
There's 52 million cats in the United States,
It's huge,
so it's a big number. So our total addressable market will grow significantly. Right now it's about 4.8 billion, growing at 7%. So with the add-on of cats, I would expect that to be north of 7 billion, 6 to 7 billion range. Yeah.
And your product specifically addresses joints and things like that, right?
Yes, osteoarthritis, joints, it's called spring with osteocushion technology. It's basically particles that mimic cartilage and tissue. So it's purely mechanical, so there is no adverse effects, negative side effects upon injection. And once it's injected, it's using intra-articular injection. Once it's injected, it actually forms a scaffolding, and it helps reinforce and improve over time, literally. For the next 6 months, we've seen a tendency for the mobility and reduction of pain to improve. Okay.
Now, you had a key hire recently, Dr. Joe Manning. So tell me what he brings to PetVivo.
He is very well known for his work in the equine space. He used to be a senior vet with Merck Animal Health. Probably 35 years of experience in the area, so it adds a lot of experience and credibility, because his job will be to support the sales staff when veterinary doctors have questions, because salespeople are not supposed to make recommendations on how to do injections. You leave it to other vets. So it's the same in the human space. That's why they have PhDs in pharmacology and a doctor on staff at these major pharmaceutical companies, so they can directly talk about off-label use and stuff like that.
Okay, and then finally, I saw you just recently presented at the Emerging Growth Conference. So what was the focus there on your presentation?
Yeah, so it's a matter of educating the public of what we are, because, people are used to seeing medical device, biotech companies going through the various phases of the FDA. And with us, we pretty much eliminated the risk or reduced it greatly, because on the human side, we have the medical device designation, and automatically on the animal health side of the FDA, you're not required to do any FDA clearance or wait for them to recommend on anything. We can just go and commercialize.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're headed toward the final stretch of 2021. What are you looking forward to the final months of this year?
Well, it's really busy for us because of the fact we're hiring within the next 10 months another 8 salespeople.
Okay.
So we're going to be really introducing the product, trying to educate the consumers as well as the veterinary doctors. There is an alternative treatment for osteoarthritis that has much less side effects and seems to have much better efficacy.
Okay, well, thank you, John, for coming back, and I look forward to another update.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions, AITX, does different robots, works with different companies for security and other business solutions. With me is the CEO, Steve Reinhardt. So, Steve, great to have you in the studio.
It's so good to see you in person. So fun.
I feel like I know you because we talked on Zoom for a few times.
Yeah.
So let's just start with, like, you just had an investor open house. So that was at your facility in Detroit. Talk to me a little bit about that. What kind of announcements did you make to investors?
It was this past Wednesday, and we delivered so much information.
Okay.
We launched our RAD 3.0 lineup, which is beautiful, world-class designed products. Our designer, of course, you know, his claim to fame is doing the design language for Cisco. So our stuff looks amazing, and you can find it on our website. We launched a really innovative product called RAD Light My Way, which doesn't exist in the world yet, so that's a big deal for us.
Tell me about that. What is that?
Okay, so what it is imagine that you're here in New York, it's late at night, you've got to walk to your car in a parking lot or in a parking structure. And you feel a little bit of anxiety, you know, and it happens everywhere across the country. Well, there's no real way to help protect you or make you feel good about the walk until now. So now with us, you're going to open up your phone, you're going to open an app, you're going to push one button. It's called RAD Light My Way, and all the RAD devices that are in this area are going to light up, and they're going to see whoever's there, and they're going to yell at them or initiate contact depending on the facility and the time of day and the situation, intelligently engage. And as a person, you're going to be able to say, okay, hey, you know what? People are watching me. They've kind of cleared the area. I've got maybe a physical security officer who might be coming up to check things out or help me out, or you might be in a third-party security operations center. But it's the only system out there where it puts the power of that security in your hands.
Interesting. Well, I come to work at 2:30 in the morning, so I can see me using it. It does depend on having other devices in the area.
You have to have our devices.
So that's the thing. Okay. And other ones too that all kind of talk to each other?
Just our devices right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be opening it up over the coming years.
Okay.
But right now it's just ours.
Got it. And then I saw some press that some of your devices were outside convenience stores.
Yes.
Can you tell me what that's all? Is that a deal?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're all public view, so folks know that they're out there. You know, it's difficult for me to comment without permission on exactly how it's going, but I'll share with you that I'm pretty excited about it. And to my sight, at this time, everything looks like it's going well.
Yeah.
We're certainly solving some problems. I have to be cautiously optimistic when I am asked questions like that.
Okay.
But let's get back to one thing real quick, because there was another announcement on October 13th that we did this past Wednesday at the Investors Open House. And that was bringing an application into the hands of AITX fans and investors and customers where they can now virtually place devices wherever they might be, earn points, earn merch. And the idea behind it is outsourcing sales and doing additional investor and fan engagement.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. Always very interesting.
A pleasure, Jane. Thank you.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Beatify is a decentralized music streaming service, and they say they can help artists actually get the revenue that they deserve. So with me is Gary Whitaker, the U.S. president of Beatify, and then also Dennis C., who is an artist on the site. So great to have you both here. So Gary, let's start with you. Just tell me a little bit about Beatify. I know I've talked to you guys in the past, but give me an overview of the company and what you're trying to do.
Of course. Thank you, Jane, for having us here. We're excited to share the amazing things that our company is doing for artists everywhere. Beatify is the world's first fair trade music streaming company. We have combined blockchain technology with our own cryptocurrency called Song Token. By doing this, it gives us the ability to pay artists more, and it's a lot more. It's beyond 5 times what any of the other major streaming services offer. And we take great pride in that. This is revolutionary. This is the movement that artists have been waiting for. And when artists come onto our platform, they know that they're supported by a company that wants their success. And we just take great pride in all of that.
Yeah. Well, I know Spotify is not paying the artists. I mean, I've had some friends who've had some decent downloads, and they're still not making hardly any money. So, Dennis, let's talk to you. You mentioned the word revolutionary. I mean, you are on the site. Do you feel like, as an artist, like this could be something revolutionary for other artists?
As an artist, well, thanks for having us, Jane.
Yeah, of course.
But as an artist, revolutionary or any revolution usually comes about when the underserved majority needs change. And it's changed from legacy systems that have not been taking care of, of artists. And that's always been a problem through the years. Here comes blockchain, here comes Beatify that addresses the trinity, from my perspective: fans, artists, investors.
Okay.
And I think there's no better time for it to come about.
Okay, and he mentioned the timing. I mean, why is this the right time for something like this?
Sure. Look, it goes without saying, COVID has been extremely rough for everyone. At my other job, I work as an anesthesiologist in my local hospital back home. And sometimes after a very long day, my good buddy, Dr. Yuskovic, he'll come up to me and give me a really strong pat on the back. And he'll say to me, "Hey, altcoin," that's the nickname that he gave me. He'll say, "Keep your chin up. This isn't about you. This is about serving your community and improving the lives of people that need your help." That is what Beatify is doing. We're getting artists back on their feet. We're giving them an avenue to have good income. COVID shut down their ability to make that good income and build their fan base because they needed live gigs. Well, Beatify.audio, it is the answer on how to get artists opened back up for business.
Well, best of luck. A very interesting application of blockchain technology. I hope it works out.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
FINXFLO bills itself as the world's first hybrid liquidity aggregator. And with me is CEO James Gillingham of FINXFLO. And James, I know you had your big launch, was it 2-3 months ago or so? It was a major deal for you. How is that going?
Yeah, so the launch has been highly successful. It was a little bit scrambling around because obviously we've been trying to meet super tight deadlines. So the devs and the various teams, the DevOps and the guys that are trying to deploy the technology, it was tough. We continue to work around the clock, but everybody pulled together, galvanized the team. Obviously, we have a team based in the US and in Europe as well as here in Asia, but they've done fantastically well. The launch went really, really well, and we've acquired a lot of customers and a lot of trading volume. So as CEO, I'm super pleased and happy with where we are.
Yeah, well, congratulations. And so now that that is kind of under your belt, what's next? Are you going to add any new features to the platform? What's next for FINXFLO?
Yeah, so we're already looking at the next features. So we're looking at the new, more advanced orders. We have TWAP, VWAP, best executions. We have stop loss, OCO orders. We have centralized staking. We're also about to launch the FXF token to be fully integrated with a platform where we're able to pay trading fees. So that's also being executed. We've also developed our new mobile app, which has also recently been released. So yeah, there's lots of kind of new features with regards to CFDs, futures, options. So it's not only going to be spot crypto that's also available on the platform, but we're also giving total optionality for anybody wishing to trade crypto.
Okay. And you also have launched apps on iOS and also Google Android.
Yeah, so the apps that were launched were again, it was a fantastic job by the team. So Bruce, who's our head mobile developer, rolled it out in only 2 months. Our community were absolutely amazed at the quality of the app. It's super stable, went fantastically well, trading really well. Volume has spiked off the back of it because essentially lots of our retail customers, they want to be able to trade on the go. So they not only also sat at their laptop or their desk all day, they want to be able to trade with a phone in their pocket, and that's what we're giving them accessibility to do. So again, a great job by the team.
Yeah, and you operate globally. How do you keep track of all the regulations, all the licensing? I mean, not just keep track of it, but it's changing a lot too because this is such a new industry.
Yeah, so as we see now, we're currently at all-time highs. With Bitcoin, as we currently speak, we're at 66,000. So again, that comes off the back of the ETF, the futures ETF being approved by the SEC. So the macro view of the global regulators is that there's now the green light. Obviously, we are regulated in Asia. We're acquiring regulation in Europe as well as in the US. We're looking for global regulation. We've always been set up as a regulated entity. So essentially, we're already been pointed in that direction. And we've got some more fantastic news that we're also acquiring a license in the Middle East. So I know, Jane, you were recently in Dubai. So we're also acquiring some licenses there and setting up shop over there to be able to cater. So we are truly a global cryptocurrency brokerage.
Well, thank you so much, James, and look forward to getting here to New York soon.
I can't wait to come and finally meet you face to face, Jane.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I go way beyond the headlines. I dig in very, very deep, and I'm looking for those kernels of information that often go unreported, but mean everything for the viewer. It's all about investing in your future.